Like when I ask an agent, why'd you get into business? And they go, well, because I want to help people. That sounds good, but well, what does that mean? Why? Why do you want to help people? What's going on there? Like you, I'm curious. I want to know what's deep down, because once you get to that core, it's like, okay, now we can work with that. When he retired, I left Y&R. I started my own thing. And that was sort of I wanted to get back into the show business, but I wanted to manage acts, comedians, rock bands, and build their brands. And I did that for many, many years. I took a couple of comedians that we were representing, and I moved to the West Coast. I bought a home and had it home inspected. And the inspection caused me to not want to buy the house, which caused my real estate agent at the time to go into a tizzy about it. And I'm like...
because the house wasn't good, or because you didn't want to buy it?
The home inspection, the deal killer, you hired the deal killer. I'm like, the deal killer? This house is falling off its foundation, man. I called the home inspector, and I said, I want to sign you to a contract. I want to manage your career. And he said, what are you talking about? He was an articulate guy. He went to Pepperdine.
Yeah.
And he studied journalism.
Yeah.
So like the universe was talking to me. I know how to take an art form and promote it. So I created something called Inspectors in the House, and I taught him how to write Q&As, and I would help him write his Q&As, and I began to package Inspectors in the House. I branded it and started selling it to newspapers around the country.
Okay.
And in 1998, I had him in like 400 newspapers.
Wow.
And I had him on 1,000 websites, all from like the back porch of my new California home. And I get a call from some guy named Brad Inman.
Famous Brad Inman.
And it's like, who the F are you? And I'm like, well, who the F are you? And I hung up. I figured it's one of my friends, giving me a hard time. He called me back. It was just late at night. He's like, how in the world did you get some home inspection column to be that popular? I said, I don't know. I guess people are interested in it. Well, he said, I'm going to have you talk to my guy tomorrow. We want to talk to you about working with us. And that's when I got introduced to Brian, my business partner.
Your business partner at 1,000 Watts.
Which is like the greatest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
Brian and I were very different, but we share a very same thing.
Which is?
We share the same values and beliefs.
Okay. Which are?
He's a humble guy.
Yep.
He likes to promote others. Very creative. Don't let his business suit fool you.
It did for a long time.
The dude is super creative. We had the same sense of the world, and we learned that over discussion. And I came on board as a freelancer to help promote him and build the brand. And I began doing what I naturally do, writing clever little marketing blurbs at the top of the Inman email that would go out every day to buy Inman's content. And Brian would edit the copy. And I found that between my first draft and his editing, we were selling content, but using clever... I remember one of my ads was, content is not something Michael Milken takes camping. Like, that was edgy, right? Because at the time, he was arrested and in jail for, he was a con.
Yeah.
And, like, we were doing stuff like that, kind of different in real estate.
Yeah.
But... because Brad had left to start Home Gain, and I was like sent to the Inman events to represent Inman, I became synonymous with Inman for many years. I accomplished what I didn't set out to do, which was to become kind of known and popular. And I made a lot of friends, and all the incoming calls from everybody for Inman to license Inman's content came to me. So I got to speak to everybody.
Sure you did.
And I like to make friends, so like it all just, that's how I got into it. And I loved it. I freaking loved real estate. It was 10 times better than the music business.